you guys some doll travel tips. Also, yes, I realize I look bad. I didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm tired. You probably really don't care. But let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is packing way too many clothes. So I have this problem, and when you go on a trip, you don't want to pack a lot of clothes for your dolls because it's more likely that things are going to get lost or left behind. Personally, I haven't lost things when I travel, but I haven't lost things for good when I travel. They just get misplaced. Luckily though, most of the times when I lose things, I realize that it's gone before I actually leave. This actually happened. I actually lost one of the pet accessories I lost Coconut's tiara. You know how the dolls have outfits? I lost the tiara, but luckily it was at my grandma's house, so I was able to get it back. But I did bring way too many things on that trip, so I would recommend packing just a couple outfits based on what you're going to be doing on those days that you're out traveling and will be needing your dolls. So next is using doll-sized bags to pack all your stuff. So I know that I always want to do this. I know what I always want to do is grab every single tiny little American Girl all-sized bag I own and shove all of their stuff inside of it, fitting it in. But truthfully, I think the best way to pack up your doll stuff is in a plastic bag. The little bags are not really the best at staying shut, or they just don't hold all that you need in there. Like a real backpack is probably going to hold all your stuff, but a doll backpack isn't. Also, this suitcase, which is really cute, has a hard time staying closed and can't fit much in it. So I recommend just putting it in a bigger bag that you can fit all of your stuff in, and then you have less stuff to be accountable for as for bags. Next is not bringing the right hair care. So most of my dolls have pretty easy hair to take care of, and all you're going to need is a brush and maybe a spray bottle. So I usually bring a brush and a spray bottle on my trips, and because that is a staple you need for all of your dolls. But sometimes you want to make their hair look a little nicer, and you want to bring a bunch of hair accessories. But I would refrain from bringing a bunch of accessories like headbands or especially hair clips, because hair clips get lost really easily. Headbands not so much, but you wouldn't want to lose your headband either. Another thing is hats. This hat got smushed while traveling. Most of my straw hat looking things have gotten pretty damaged with traveling. But another big tip I have is for dolls with really curly hair, like Yvette or Marin in my collection. When I travel with them, I like to tie this scarf around their hair to keep it from getting flyaways when I put them in my suitcase or my backpack, or I'm just carrying them around. It usually doesn't get too messy if I'm carrying them around. So if you don't want their hair to get too messed up, I would recommend carrying them. But if you don't want to do that, then you can always put them in a bag. But make sure their hair is in some sort of style while you travel, because one problem I had while traveling was their hair kept getting stuck in the zipper of my backpack with the constant opening and closing of it. So the next time I traveled, I made sure to braid it or put it in a ponytail or a bun or something to keep their hair out of the way. Or if you can't braid it, I recommend tying a scarf around it. Next is proper traveling attire. So on the left, we have Kate, who is in a pretty good traveling outfit. What you want to steer more towards when dressing your dolls to go traveling is dressing them in something that covers their bodies. So something like leggings or long pants and a long sleeve shirt would be a good idea, because if you put them in a backpack or a suitcase, or even if you're just carrying them around, there could be a lot of things that could scratch them or put marks on their skin, and you don't really want that because sometimes they're pretty hard to get off, and it costs a lot of money to send your doll to the doll hospital to get it professionally cleaned. So then on the right, we have Orchid, who is not in the best traveling outfit. She's in shorts and a t-shirt with a sweater and sandals. So one thing you want to stay away from, especially if you're carrying your doll, is putting them in sandals, because the sandals could easily fall off and get lost. And especially if your doll has a hearing aid and you are carrying them, such as Joss or in my collection Savannah, it would be a good idea to take the hearing aid out, or else it might get lost, because Joss's hearing aid has a tendency to fall out pretty easily. You want to make sure that they are wearing shoes that stay on their feet really well, or even no shoes at all. And also refrain from having things that could fall off, such as hair accessories or rings. I know American Girl doll rings fall off pretty easily, or maybe even earrings, but American Girl earrings stay in pretty well on their own. Next is bringing larger sets or accessories. So in this room, you can see that it's very crowded and perfectly demonstrating how big sets are big and kind of hard to handle. Remember that you will have to carry these, most likely. I think bigger accessories are better to bring if you are going by car and you have a big car and enough space to fit them in. Just warning, they're big and they take up a lot of space, and you probably won't be using them a lot on your trip. I would say the least good thing to bring in this room is the bunk bed, because it's really big, it will probably fall apart, and there's a lot of pieces to it, and the art set, because it is a lot of pieces. Even though it can fold up to be very small, there are a lot of little pieces. If you want to bring a bed for your doll, I would recommend one of these beds. They are the folding American Girl beds that you get at some hotels or something. They fold, and they're really great to bring because they also double as a chair, and they are very small. But I would definitely not bring more than one of these big sets on a trip. Finally, I'm going to be giving you a demonstration on how I tie up the hair. So I'm going to be using Yvette for this, and so hope you can see that. But it is pretty simple. You only need your doll and a small scarf, or piece of fabric also works too. I use this scarf. What you're going to do is you're going to slide the bottom of the napkin, it's not a napkin, of your thingy underneath your doll's hair, and take it and make sure and gather it and tie it kind of like a headband around the top. I usually just tie a knot. So then we have this little tail end here. You can't see that. end right here. Sit please. Tail end. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bring the tail, you're gonna bring it and make sure that all of the hair is inside of it, just like that. And then you're going to take one of the thingies, one of the little ends, tuck it underneath the bit that you just tied, and then tie another knot, fully encasing her hair so it doesn't get messed up. And yes, I realize this does look a little bit stupid. It might look better if your towel thing actually matched her hair or her outfit, or was not a American flag that completely doesn't match the outfit. But this is what it looks like, and I hope you found that helpful. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helps you when you are traveling with your dolls. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!